Perceptron. Perceptron is actually a very simple neural network, and you can say like this is the heart of deep learning. And in this video, I am gonna explain that perceptron from a simple case and from the real life case scenario that you will understand it very easily. Okay, so actually the perceptron was designed on the basis of biological neuron, which takes you can say like the neuron is taking multiple inputs from many neurons through the dendrites, and it is taking these inputs towards the output or to another neuron. So just like that, the simple structure of perceptron is just like that neuron. So here we are the inputs. We have these inputs, okay, for example, these three inputs, and I am giving it to a node. Okay, this is called the node, and after that node, it is giving me the output. Okay, simple. This is the very simple structure of the perceptron. Taking the inputs, giving it to some hidden layer, and the output is what we have just processed over here. Okay, so there are many things in this perceptron. One is the inputs, okay. Another one is the weights, okay. Another thing over here is the activation function, or you can also say the step function. Both are the same thing. And another thing is the bias. So these are the main things in this perceptron. Okay, so what are these things? I am just gonna explain it one by one. Okay, so just imagine a simple case scenario. For example, you just want to go towards a party, and for that party you just consider three conditions. So for example, you just want to say like, if it is raining, so I will not go towards the party. Okay, so this is your first input. For example, rain. Okay, then you just want to say like, if my friends are coming with me, so then this is the second one, friends. My friends is deciding to come with me to the party or not, so how would they affect my party? Okay, and the third one is the money. Money is a solution to every problem. So here the money is also considering or affecting your output or going towards the party. Okay, now these are your inputs. Okay, so now what are the weights? The weights is just actually giving the value to your inputs, that how much rain will affect my output, or you just want to say like how much the rain can affect my going to the party. Okay, if you just want to say like, if it is raining, so I may not go to the towards the party. So the weight of the rain is actually very high. For example, if you just want to say like the weight will be 6. Okay, simple, a random value. And the x will be, which is the friends. So you just consider, yeah, friends are also important, so you will say like 4. Okay, you just want to giving the value 4 to the friends inputs. Okay, and the money will, for example, you just want to say like 3. Okay, so these are just the simple inputs that is affecting your inputs, that how much these inputs is uh, affecting your output. Okay, simple. Now we have the activation function, and we have the bias. Okay, I will explain these two over here, and these two over here, it just comes in this node. Okay, so I will just broaden this node over here. Okay, so over here there are two things just does over here. One is the bias addition, and the other one is the step function or the activation function. Okay, so what is bias? Bias is actually your own will to go towards the party. So for example, you just want to say like, independently from these inputs, what is your inner choice to go towards the party? So if you just want to say like my inner choice to go towards the party is very high, so it is more like most likely that you will go towards the party. So your own bias may matter here. Okay, here I will just say like summation x w. Simple thing. I am just gonna explain this. Okay, for example, these are just the inputs, and for if these are the vectors, so I'm going to take it in a matrix. So the matrix will looks like the inputs is equal to x1 and up to so on. These are the inputs, and the weights over here, I will take another matrix, and it will just say like w1 up to wn. Okay, so but we have over here we have the three inputs, but you can take as many as you can, and you will have to multiply the x with w. But you can see over here that you cannot just multiply the two row matrix with each other. Okay, uh, so in order to do the multiplication in linear algebra, you will have to convert this one of them into vector column. So one will be the vector column and another will be the row column, and you can then multiply it with one another. So for that purpose, you will just take the transpose of this x. Okay, if I take the transpose of this x, so now the order will become compatible with each other, and you can multiply it with each other. Okay, and then when you multiply it, and you will take the summation of it, because I am multiplying the x1 with the w1. Okay, and that will give me one value, and then I will just take another x2 and multiply it with w2, and it will give me another one, and I will add both of them. So for that purpose, I will just take the xi wi, and I just starting in from 1 and ending at n. Okay, so this is the simple notation for the adding all of these things over here. Okay, and after that you will have to add the bias. Okay, plus bias term. You will add this bias term to this summation. Okay, and when you add this term, you will have to just pass it towards the step function. Okay, so the step function over here takes this input, or you can say like the summed things, or you have just summed it over here, the multiplied the input with the weight with its weight, and then you added the bias, and after that you will have to put that into the step function. Okay, so what step function is, I'm just in explaining. Okay, for example, uh, z is this thing. Okay, all of that summation, and you're just taking it over here. So actually the step function is just is taking this, and it is giving you the value. For example, this is 0, this is -1, this is the 1, and it is just giving you the value in this 1 and -1 range. Okay, and it is just saying that what is the probability that you will go to the party or not. So it will give you whether you will go to the party or not, 1, and 0 for not. Okay, so you will have to just define a condition that if the probability or the output of this step function is greater than 0 or equal to 0, you will have to say like I just have to go towards the party. And if the step function is less than 0, so the chances are very rare, so you don't have to go towards the party, and you it will just output the zero for the zero output, and which is saying that you shouldn't go towards the party. So this is a very general concept of a perceptron, that what is a perceptron and how it works, what are the different parts of this perceptron. I hope you have got something new in this video. Thank you, and have a nice day.